Did you know a 12-year-old boy once escaped a house so dangerous? His courage saved not just himself, but his little sister. This is the story of Russell, a child raised by a YouTuber with millions of followers. Someone the world trusted, while the truth inside her home was nothing like the videos. In 2023, Russell and his 9-year-old sister lived in a beige 2-story house in Utah. Outside, it looked perfect. White porch, trimmed bushes, quiet street. Inside, the floors were cold concrete, the walls bare gray drywall, and a single dim lamp lit the hallway. The air smelled like dust and old carpet. This was where they were kept. Their mother, Ruby, had fallen under the influence of a therapist, Jody Hildebrandt. Together, they believed the children needed strict control. Russell was kept in a small room with a thin-stained mattress on the floor. A cracked window with a dirty beige curtain hung above it. On the floor sat a bowl of dried oatmeal he wasn't allowed to finish. His wrists and ankles were wrapped in silver duct tape, tight enough to leave red blood burning marks. He hadn't eaten properly in days. He was dehydrated and exhausted. From the next room, he heard his sister. She was crouched in a small closet. No light, thin blanket, shaved head, barely speaking. Before sunrise on August 30th, Russell decided he had one chance. He pushed himself onto the bed and pressed his taped ankles against the metal corner of the frame until the tape tore. He scraped the tape off his wrists the same way, dragging them along the sharp edge until it peeled away. He climbed onto the dresser under the window. The wood creaked. He froze. Silence. He pushed the window open. Dust falling from the frame, cold air hitting his face. Barefoot, he climbed out and dropped into the dry grass, scraping his feet on rocks and twigs. He ran across the neighbor's gravel driveway, every step hurting because he was so thin his bones pressed against his shirt. He reached a tan brick house with a white door and knocked again and again. When the door opened, the neighbor froze. Russell stood there with duct tape still stuck to his wrists and ankles, dried blood at the edges and ribs visible through his shirt. Calmly, he said, "Can you take me to the police?" Officers rushed to the house. Inside, they found his sister curled in the dark closet, knees to her chest, blanket around her shoulders, shaved head trembling. She grabbed an officer's sleeve and would not let go. The kitchen table held scattered notebooks, empty wrappers, and a single half-filled glass of water. The whole house felt cold. Ruby and Jody were arrested that day. Both later admitted guilt. Both received long sentences. But none of that changes the truth. Russell saved his sister's life because he had the courage to escape when every door seemed locked. And that house, the one that looked normal from the outside, is now remembered as one of the darkest homes in Utah as history